What is going on, everybody, man? King Recon here. You know, earlier this week, I heard about a study that spoke that you are what you watch / read, especially in this day and age. And I found that to be very, very interesting, man, because in my mind, I was like, wait a minute. So that means that whenever I go to the doctor, and they proceed, you know, they're gonna be looking for the vein. You know how whenever you go to the doctor, they take blood out of you, dog. They're gonna be searching for the vein. Like, man, where's this vein at? And they find the vein. They're gonna take the needle, dog. And they're gonna hit it. They're gonna take out a couple tubes of blood. They're gonna be like, son, I apologize, but we're gonna have to take out more tubes of blood than you thought. And my response to that is gonna be, you better have 952 tubes, man, because that's how many 10 out of 10 chapters are in the best-selling manga in history. Damn near the second best-selling comic of all time, ladies and gentlemen. It is the one, the only One Piece. Man, that feels good, man. That feels so good to be able to record a reaction. Unlike last week. Last week I had to record a reaction late at night whenever I got home on a Saturday. I was like, nah, baby, we're not doing that this week. Friday afternoon, I'm going in there like swimwear to talk about the GOAT, man. So here we are, chapter 953 of the best-selling manga in history. Let's get right into it, dog. What an exciting week it's been for us One Piece fans. I actually heard yesterday that apparently Stampede might come to the U.S., and when I saw the release date, I was shook. Now, this is not confirmed, so take it with a grain of salt. But by God, somebody told me that on the 24th of October, we're going to get Stampede in the U.S. Now, listen to me very closely, man. My birthday is October 25th. So if ODA is going to drop a chapter on the 25th, which is a Friday, Call of Duty Modern Warfare comes out on the 25th, and you're telling me I get to watch Stampede on the 24th? Now, what kind of weekend of legend is that? That's a weekend of me, dog. Like that, seriously, the heavens opened up and said, son, we're going to give you greatness on the day of birth. I'm like, hi, I'll take it. I'll take it, man. Y'all know me. That's my jam. That's my stuff. Are you kidding me, bro? That's going to be a weekend of legend. That's going to be the greatest birthday of all time. Are you kidding me? Especially if it's a midnight release. Like, so I'm watching for the 24th going to the 25th. Like, get out of here. Any day of the week. Man, it's been an exciting week. Pirate Warriors 4. More information coming in from that. And we got an entire gameplay trailer for the 900th episode is next week, which, by the way, the poll is still ongoing until this weekend. So if you still want to vote for your top 10 favorite One Piece episodes, you most certainly can do that as well, man. But without further ado, like I said, I've been waiting to read this chapter all day. I'm shaking. I'm shaking because of how excited I am that I finally got to get home to read the greatness, man. So, chapter 953, Once Upon a Fox. Once Upon a Fox, a nine-tailed fox. And here we have Vito with Capone Gang Biji, who he's showing him a Minecraft map right here, doc. Gang Biji's Oh My Family, Volume 4. Enemy ships successfully hijacked onwards to Thriller Bark. Yo, they're going over to see, what's my friend's name again, dog? What's my friend's name again? Lola, bro! To see Lola. We're gonna see my friend Lola, dog. So Shifon and Lola are going to have their reunion here in the cover story. That's going to be fascinating. But wait a minute, if Capone is planning on coming to Wano, and we know that Oda wants Lola to, or I'm going to assume that Oda wants Lola to once again meet up with the Straw Hats, is that all going to be in this arc? I mean, we know how deeply connected Thriller Bark is to Wano. And there's the theories going with Oars being the continent polar and him being the reason why Wano is the way that it is. And possibly being connected to Kaido and whatnot. But then there's the stuff with Ryuma and Zoro. There's the stuff with Gekko Moria and Kaido. Like, who knows, man? Who knows? But anyways, some people even have theories that the reason that the way that Luffy's going to defeat Kaido is through Nightmare Luffy. So it's definitely an. Got a flashback with Kawamatsu and Hiyori. Bruh, this is what I wanted. I told you last week, like, dog, I would do anything, man, to just get a backstory of Kawamatsu and Hiyori, bro. A letter. Dear Kawamatsu, thank you all for Thank you for all you have done. I will be fine. Sincerely, Hiyori. Huh? Lady Hiyori, princess. Lady Hiyori! You just see him losing his mind, so she just up and left. But how old was she whenever she up and left? Princess! Lady Hiyori! Lady Hiyori! Yo, my man's went through everything to find her. Everything. He went over there to the baths, going up and just looking at a bunch of kids playing in the rain, in the darkness. My guy was looking for his daughter, bro. I mean, that's basically his daughter, dog. And he's out here looking for her through all the mother flipping flagnards, dog. Like if it's raining, man. You know, I play a lot of Zelda games, and the most recent one, Breath of the Wild. Whenever it was gonna rain, dog, you had to be careful because lightning could strike at any time. So if you were going to move out in the rain, son, you had to make sure that you had apples and any other thing that can replenish your health in an instant. Either that or something that would make you immune to electricity, like some sort of equipment. But Kawamatsu says, screw all that, man. I don't need anything that makes me immune. I don't need rubber. I don't need any of that stuff, dog. I need to go out. My map says nowhere. It's like whenever you're playing World Seeker and you're playing as Zoro, and the map is literally blurred out. That's Kawamatsu right now, dog. He has no idea where Hiyori is. And, you know, that's got to be... And I've never went through something like that, fortunately. But I can imagine that for a parent, it must be something extremely... or at the very least for a parent that truly cares for their child, it must be something very, very devastating to lose something like that, and to lose a person that you really, really care about who just up and leaves with a note like that, man. You know, there's a lot of fictional stories based on it, and there's been a lot of real life testimonies based on that too, on children, of course, who run away from home and whatnot. But man, dude, you know, because and the reason why I said parents who truly care, because you know that there definitely are certain parents who won't give a flying flagnards, you know, where you go and whatnot. But for certain parents who truly do care, you know, about their children's whereabouts, especially when it's like that, that must be the most frightening and most devastating thing in the world, bro, to have them run away from your home. Because so many things will be running through your mind about what could possibly happen. I can only imagine what Kawamatsu must have been feeling, dog. Especially if he took upon a promise from Odin, or if he took it upon himself just to take care of her, dog. Because she's just a kid and she lost everything. You know, she lost her mom, she lost her pops, her brothers in the future. Like, no one left. No one left. You know. I love this middle panel, by the way. This middle panel showing. On the right, you see the flower capital, and you're seeing all of the buildings and whatnot. And then on the left, you're seeing all of the buildings and warehouses and whatnot that this man Kaido built. That you know, we know, to pollute the air and causing the poisonous atmosphere and food and water that later came onto the island. So having Kawamatsu transition from one to the other, literally, in search of Hiyori is a really, really nice panel right here. It looks like it's straight out of a movie, and the way that a movie would do it, where like they would like spin the clock, like, oh, it's night. It was daytime now. It's nighttime now, and they're moving from point A to point B. I enjoy stuff like that. Present day Ringo. Oh, so bro, we're just gonna leave it like that, dog? Come on now, Oda, bro. I was really expecting. I was waiting for an entire after this page. I was like, yo, we're about to go knee deep into some emotional stuff, dog. Present day Ringo, but you know what? It's in the present day greatness is going on too. So I'll take it. And here we see, even though he's wounded, he doesn't give up, that bastard. What is this place? In any case, if I just follow his blood trail. Huh? And we see Zoro, he's shook. Oihagi Bridge. We should leave this place. Wait a minute, hold on, brother. Did I miss something? We see that he approaches something. Some sort of structure that's under the bridge. And we see right here on the right side, too. There definitely is a structure there. It appears to be a house. Is that where he lives? What has Zoro shook? Anyways, the next page. Oihagi Bridge, we should leave this place. I cannot believe that there are still such relentless hunters. I wonder who that huge warrior monk from earlier was. Hop on, it is hard to walk here. Hey, I'm not a child, Kawamatsu. Yo, she's like, dog, you're still treating me like that kid from all the way back then. Hey, man, but I can't blame him, dog. I will do the same thing, especially if it's in a matter in a situation to where you haven't seen that person in so long and you want to pick up where you left off. But in Kawamatsu's case, he's always. I'm going to assume that he was always used to taking care of Hiyori in that way and being overprotective. I'm going to assume that's the type of parent that he was. So this man's is out here like, yo, hop on. He's telling him to hop on. Like Hiyori's still like 7 or something, you feel me? It's just like, I'm not a child. What's wrong with you, Kawamatsu? Like, come on, Kawamatsu, man. She already went through the puberty stage. Kapapa, is that so? Then why are you making such a childish face? You meanie! I want to ask you so many things first, but can you tell me why you are here? That is definitely a good question. Yo, I love how the snow is just falling on right here, man. And Oda really gives you a sense of scale as to the area. I really looked at it in the first page right here, and then going down through it, and just seeing it from different angles. That's really nice. After you left back then, this is where I came to take care of some rather dull matters. If something terrible befalls the princess, then I will commit seppuku here in this place. Like Hakumai, this large northern expanse of Ringo was ruled. My man was so dedicated and so desperate to find Hiyori that if anything would have happened to her, he would have committed seppuku, man. Out of shame. It's out of pure shame, dog. Out of pure shame and not being able to forgive himself. Because at the end of the day, he would treat it like, yo, this is my fault. It would have been my fault because she was supposed to be under my care. Yo, Kawamatsu, bro. I tell y'all, man, this dude right here is going to end up being one of my favorite characters. Without question. It's a matter of getting to know more about the character and being with the character for a longer period of time, especially in a series like One Piece. Like Hakumai, this large northern expanse of Ringo was ruled by the powerful and renowned Shimotsuki family. The daimyo's name was Lord Shimotsuki Ushimaru. Shimotsuki Ushimaru, he was a master swordsman and always had a fox at his side. But eventually, even Ringo became a wasteland by Kaido's side. A fox. Hold on, Skip. Shimotsuki Ushimaru. That's a fire name. Man, looks like he has a beast design. And he always had a fox at his side? Yo, that sounds beast. Like just a lone swordsman traveling from place to place with an animal. Like, you know that he probably had that soft spot for... I mean, yeah, of course he had to have, like, on some Okami stuff. You guys ever played Okami? It's like he's just having that connection to a certain thing. But if knowing Wano, that fox would have to have some sort of mythical attribute to it. It would have to, just based on what we've seen from Wano so far. Have you ever heard of Ringo's Dope spread? Have you ever heard of Ringo's burial practice, the eternal grave? Yes, because of how cold it is here, the corpses left in coffins have not rotted for centuries, precisely, and their graves are marked by their swords. There are even famous swords amongst those graves, and because of that, it is only obvious that it would attract grave robbers, such as the current state of Ringo. So that makes sense then as to how Gecko Moria was able to get the Shusui blade, right? Because he must have known this about this Ringo burial practice, the eternal grave. Let me read that one more time. Because of how cold it is here, the corpses left in coffins have not rotted for centuries, based precisely, and their graves are marked by their swords. That's very, very fascinating, because, you know, I'd always wondered why it is that Gecko Moria was able to preserve those bodies in such a pristine state. And that makes so much sense now. There are even famous swords amongst those graves. If the famous swords, there we go. And because of that, it is only obvious that it will attract grave robbers, such as the current state of Ringo. Cancun! Wow, he's gonna rip us apart! Gunankon! Could you at least let me die quietly? Wait, you are. Oh, no. Oh, this is in the flashback. Yeah, because it has the black lines around them. So we have something going around here, and then we have what appears to be... Oh, is that the fox? Gunankon. Oh, so this is whenever he said that he wanted to commit seppuku. And then you had the fox come in. Yeah, there we go. Is that you, Oni Maru? And they see him right here. Looks like he's been fired at by arrows and whatnot, but it looks like his tail is on fire. Or maybe that's just the aesthetic that Oda's going for when it comes to the backside. Or is that even him? Or maybe it is something behind him that's on fire. I can't really tell. I'm going to assume it's the fox. It just has that little like flame type of aesthetic behind him. But I'm not entirely sure. I think it is because on the side right here, it kind of looks like it's a part of his body. I think so. The name of that Koma Kitsune was Oni Maru. And similar to Komainu, Inu means dog, Kitsune means fox. Okay. He was the companion of Lord Shimosuke Ushimaru, the late daimyo of Ringo. Yo, but Oni Maru, look at his eyes. Look at the determination right here, dog. It's almost like Oni Maru was like on a death mission. Like, yo, I need to find someone at all costs. I have met you once before. Oni Maru! Huh? Did you protect this place? All by yourself for all this time? More than 5 years after the destruction of Ringo, Onimaru continued to fight against grave robbers all by himself? Dog, Oda, bro, we're reverting back to Choo-Choo ways? Y'all remember Choo-Choo, bro? From the Orange Town arc? Whenever you had Choo-Choo who was guarding the place where he was at for so long, even after its initial demise, just waiting for the owner to return. Bro, like, yo, that stuff hits home. Futurama with the dog story getting Tom. Like, bro, I have a soft spot for animal stories, bro. I didn't expect this kind of turn. Did you protect this place all by yourself for all this time? And he just looked up at this massive shrine, which is where all of these graves have been placed. More than 5 years. My man's has been here for 5 years. Has Onimaru been here protecting this place? Onimaru continued to fight against grave robbers all by himself. And those born in Ringo are bestowed with a sword at birth. No, hold on. Those born in Ringo are bestowed with a sword at birth. They live with their swords, and thus when they die, those same swords serve as their grave markers. So that must be why everyone believes that the national treasure of Wano is the Shusui. Because if that was known as Ryuma's #1 blade, as the thing that everyone would associate him with, then no wonder they called him a grave robber. Because that was what signified Ryuma's death. That was the piece that showed that he was lying there. So that means that whenever Gekko Moria went out and looked for Ryuma, and he found the Shusui, he pulled it out, and then threw out that thing was also Ryuma. So then, that just makes me very, very interested in Ors then. Because Ors is massive, right? And maybe Ors wasn't found in Wano. But because Ors is so old, it just makes you think, like, how in the world was that thing, was it preserved for so long? But regardless, their whole Ryuma and Blade thing makes so much sense now. Look, I brought food. Fox is like Abuda age, right? Your wounds will never heal if you refuse to eat. You cannot protect your master's grave if you die. Fried tofu pockets, type of Japanese food. Wait, what did that say? A type of Japanese what? Japanese food, yes. Fried toyo. That Onimaru was going ham. And here we see a couple of really beautiful panels showing the structure even more as the snow falls. Yeah, right here. We get to see more of the fox. So Onimaru really does have like a little flame coming out through his tail. That looks super cool. I like that aesthetic. Really, really nice aesthetic. And then right here we see to the left, Onimaru looks up, and there he sees what appears to be Kawamatsu digging. Oh, is he mistaking it for a grave robber? Do not make such a fuss. Forgive me. I understand your anger, but please forgive me. Wait, what is he trying to do? And he bites off his arm? Well, not bites it off, but, you know, he bites it. Hey, that must have been painful, dog. Do y'all know how, like, sharp the Onimaru's teeth must be? But Kawamatsu's a Kappa. He'll be okay. Kawamatsu's a Kappa, dog. He has durability. Let go. I do not know if you will understand, but I also do not wish to disturb the rest of the deceased. However, in 13 years' time, there will be another large battle. Yo, he still kept believing within that, man, in his heart. And so that means 7 years had passed up until this point in time, which makes sense. You know, Hiyori would have been... wait a minute. How old was Hiyori in chapter 920? 5, right? Younger... It doesn't... I forgot, man. I forgot how old Hiyori was. But anyways, I guess it's relevant at this point. But so that means Hiyori must have left home at a pretty young age. She must have been like Haruka's age. Haruka's from Yakuza. But regardless, or Kagura. Kagura's also one. No, she's not old. Kagura's 14. Well, regardless, Hiyori must have left at a pretty young age. But so we see Kawamatsu here. What grave was he attempting to like check or something? Like, I do not know if you'll understand, but I also do not wish to disturb the rest of the deceased. In 13 years' time, there will be another large battle. The day that the prideful samurai of this country rise up again will definitely come. When that time comes, they will definitely need weapons. Bruh. No way. I didn't even think, it didn't even cross my mind. All of the weapons that Maru had was the blades that belonged to the deceased. No wonder he didn't want to supply that to anyone. Dog, but do you know how beautiful that would be? If Maru would bring that like within himself to actually give those blades to the others, truly showing the passing of the torch from one generation to the next, saying that in order for us to defeat Kaido, we need the weapons and the hearts and the wills of those in the past, which is a massive theme in the world of One Piece. Inherited will is one of the most important themes in the entire series. What better way to show that theme than to literally have the representation of their souls, their blades, being taken into battle to free Wano and open the borders? Yo! Oda, man, come on, dog! That's amazing. On the battlefield, the swords are fallen. The swords of the fallen are lifted up again by their comrades. The spirits that reside within the sword are what makes samurai powerful, and are what gives them the power to defeat their enemies. This place is still a battlefield. The battle between the beast pirates and Wano has not ended yet. It is still too early for these swords to rest. And we get a beautiful panel right here seeing all of these blades with Oni Maru still on top of Kawamatsu. Until the destined day arrives, I cannot allow these swords to be stolen by wandering robbers. I need to gather all of these and hide them before that happens. At the very least for someone like myself who could not complete their mission. Yo, Kawamatsu's out here shooting a promo, dog. Kawamatsu's on the mic. You had Vince McMahon and Gorilla like, yo, you got 5 minutes to cut this promo. Just speak your heart out, dog. My boy Kawamatsu, his music hit. My boy had like a Stone Cold Steve Austin glass shatter. Kawamatsu came down, dog. I mean, yo. Cheers of the century. He entered the ring, 1 foot in, went up, had the championship belt, like, yeah, Kawamatsu. And they came up in there. They handed them the mic, and my guy just started going in, dog. My man said, on a battlefield, the swords of the fallen are lifted again by the comrades, and he just ripped them all a new one, bro. Cutting a promo, dog. Let him know, Kawamatsu. For someone like myself who could not even protect Lady Hiyori, it is the very least that I can do. No, the only thing that I can do. And you have his tears falling, bro. Oni Maru. Look at my man's face. He is shooting. He's shooting. Dog, when you see something like that, hurts, man. Because you just look at it from a situation where my man was looking here to commit seppuku. And in here he found this slimmer of hope. Where it's like, yo, I can do something. I can do something to help Kinemon and them whenever they actually arrive. Because they're gonna need blades for that rebellion. But he also understands Oni Maru and his heart and how he must feel as well. To protect the souls and the wills of those that are deceased, man. If I do not do something, I'll become overwhelmed with guilt. It will consume me. If you are hungry, then hurry up and rip this arm off and take it with you. I will not stop! Kawamatsu! Yo, my guy said if you are hungry, then rip it off! Take it with you, dog, but I'm not stopping until I die! Kawamatsu top 1, dog. That man is a gold, bro. You have the tears coming down because you know he doesn't want to do it. You know he doesn't want to do it, but you know he has to. It's not a thing of wanting to. It's that he must, dog. He must because that is his. That's what he has to do. Man, dude, you get another beautiful panel, man, with him and the hat going over his eyes as he just tears, bro. God, I can just hear the OST playing right now in the anime. And Onimaru stops. Not only does Onimaru stop, but he licks, bro. He licks the blood from the very wound that he created. And goes right back up to observe him once more, man. Wow. Wow, man. You have Kawamatsu, he looks over. Here, crunch, crunch. Oh, how surprising. Does he understand me? He must find a place to store the swords. We should dig down. Oh, he actually did it. Bro, his words reached him. So you see him coming over and grabbing the blades, taking it from the graves and putting it all in one place. All right, we're going grave robbing today as well. It is freezing. I am hungry. If I sell one or two of these at the capital, I manage to borrow some food. Yo, look at this. He's like, I'm hungry. If I sell one of these at the capital, he's like, yo, he's thinking. And then you have Onimaru in the background like what are you talking about, my guy? I managed to borrow some food. Oh, this is a beautiful sequence right here. And this is coming from classic manga, bro. This is a classic manga sequence right here. Just showing the both of them together, showing the establishing shot with like where they are in front of the place. And then the comedy right here, and then of course him actually bringing back some food where he's like, Kon! I'm extremely happy. Hey, wait, you real grave robbers! You bastard, who the hell are you? I am Yukimaru of Ohagi Bridge. Yukimaru? Don't even tell me that what I'm thinking is a shoot, bro. Don't even tell me that what I'm thinking is a shoot. Are you telling me that Oni Maru is Yukimaru? Or is Yukimaru a ghost? No, it has to be. If we're showing this entire story, Yukimaru has to be Onimaru. Yukimaru of Ohagi Bridge. So he just made that up on the spot. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I gotta keep reading, bro. I gotta keep reading, dog. Past this point is the center of a ring. I will not let you take anything from the graves. Leave all of your weapons here. And you see him go straight after them. After doing that for a while, I went to the capital to gather food, and then certain circumstances happened which prevented me from returning here. Yukimaru, could it just be a coincidence? How bizarre. We caught the ODA H thief. I made a plunder. Bro, he said Yukimaru, bro. That means Yukimaru. It might be Onimaru, dog. But how, I mean, like I said, because of the way that Wano is, he had to have some sort of mythical attribute to him, man. He could have transformed. Hold on, bro. There's no way, dog. After that, I went to the capital to gather food, and then circumstances was prevented me from returning here. Like Yukimaru. So I'm here to meet Mr. Fox. I didn't expect to find Onimaru here. He must have gotten sick of waiting. It has been 13 years after all. I can't imagine he stayed here all this time. He has to be Yukimaru, bro. At the very least, if the swords we hid back then are still here, we should have enough for a few hundred people. But Sir Sorojuro, that big guy disappeared, but he left his door open. What is his aim? Do we follow him or do we go in? Through here is an underground passage. Pururu. Pururu. Oh, snap. I was like, yo, what the hell's that? Pururu. It's the Denden Mushi. Kerchak. Kenimon. Kawamatsu, I'm so glad that you're alive. Because of what happened over in Udon, the number of soldiers has risen significantly. However, we do not have enough weapons, right? Yes, so you understand. Yes, exactly. It's definitely a problem. Orochi has been confiscating all of this country's swords for the past 20 years. Rest assured, the amount of soldiers you gather matters not. Yo, bro, look at the amount of blades here. We will have enough weapons for everyone. Is that true? Send some forces to the location I'm about to tell you. Why are there so many? Was it Onimaru? No, this is the work of a human. I don't know what to say sometimes, dog. You know, sometimes I read this manga on a weekly basis, bro. Sometimes I'll just think about it whenever I'm just, strolling about and just driving. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm just so thankful, man. I'm thankful to live in the era where I'm able to read this manga weekly, bro. Who does this? It's like, when you think that Wano just can't get any better, when you think that there can't possibly be any more twists, when you think that you know what to expect, when you think that, by God, you have so many amazing things going on, then it adds another entire different layer to the entire plot of Wano. And that Maru was actually Oni Maru, bro. And he took that within his heart, transforming, as we know that a fox does. Because I watched Naruto, I was able to know about the fact that in I forgot which story it is, but there was a fox that would transform into a human. Or at least he had transforming capabilities. That's his thing. That's the fox's thing. That's his mythical attribute, which is why I was so shook that Oda would use that and give that to Katarina Devon. Back in that 9th chapter 125. But no, we have an actual fox here that transforms, bro. A mythical fox, man. Maru. Now we know why Maru, for so long, was holding it within his own heart that he would not give up any of this, dog. But because Kawamatsu has returned, he's leaving it up to him, bro. And we see him go back and continue walking forward for 13 years. He's still continuing to protect all of this, dog. Oda, man, we've gotta stop this, bro. I mean, on a serious note, dog. On a serious note. Well, no, don't stop it. Don't listen to me. But it's just so incredible to me, man, that it's like you go into a chapter and you get introduced to a character like a Maru, and you see him on the bridge, you see what he's doing, and then slowly but surely you see him a couple more times as the arc goes on. He has his battle with Zoro. We find out a lot of important pieces of information through him when it comes to the blades and how important certain swords are, about certain histories when it comes to Ringo, and just about the whole history of the island here. And I was like, yo, that's his purpose, is to do that. And Oda, in the same way that he did in that very same scene back in chapter 937 with Killer and whatnot, we now have another situation like that here, bro. Except this one hits hard. It's hitting hard, bro. I have a soft spot for stories like this. Because we just know that's how animals are, bro. They're loyal. Animals are loyal, bro. They're gonna stick next to you, stick beside you, and complete the mission no matter the cost, bro. His desire to complete it was so much, in fact, that he turned into a human and changed his name to the very thing that Kawamatsu said that one day, bro. Chasing off all of those people. He acted as the guardian spirit in the same way that Kawamatsu did, man. My God, bro. Is that more of the chapter? I thought I finished the chapter. What? Sir Zorojuro, if your sword is truly Shusui, then please give it back to this country. I told you that sword's mine. I will give you a suitable replacement. It is my late father's beloved blade which was given to me. The famous Blade Enma. It is a legendary blade that managed to give Kaido his one and only scar. Wait a minute, bro. Bro, the Dragon Slayer. Hold on, Coach. Wait just a minute. So that means that it was a blade that was passed down generation to generation, which means that is why it's the national treasure of Wano. Bro, now it makes sense. Now I know why these people were so pissed. I thought they were just pissed because Ryuma was known as a god. They're like, yeah, God, Ryuma's blade, man, it's God, he's the national treasure. And Ryuma's probably like well known throughout the entire world, like, yo, that man was a goat, dog. I mean, he had to have been if Gecko Moria knew about Ryuma. Ryuma must have made like me. He must have been like Mihawk in the past, you know, where everybody just knew like Ryuma's the world's strongest swordsman. He's the GOAT. That's what I thought. And now, of course, his blade is something everybody would want. But you know, it goes even deeper than that, bro. I'm so tired of Oda, bro. He's insane. Like, yo, when you think one thing means something, he's just like, nah, dog. He goes in there and he gives you that ankle breaker badge, dog. Always, every time he just takes the ball. I don't know where basketball is. I need a replacement. Where's my shirt? He takes the shirt and he's just like, yo, I go one way and he does the do-do-do. He just go 360, dog. I'm like, dog, I'm not ready for a 360. It's like, come on, man. He goes dribbles between both legs, goes behind, bro. He's like, y'all ever used to watch And One with like the professor and Hot Sauce and all them dudes, bro? They were fresh. My guys used to bounce stuff off people's heads, man. I mean, they were nasty, man. And One Street Ball. That's one of my favorite shows to watch whenever I was a kid. And dog, that's what these dudes are. My man Oda's playing NBA Street Volume 2 while we individuals who are reading his series are playing NBA 2K. Like, my guys are playing Street Volume. Straight up just going through the legs, man, everything. Yo, he's hitting dimes. He's like, dog, he's a GOAT. I will give you a suitable replacement. It is my late father's beloved blade, which was given to me, the famous Blade Enma. Enma! It is a legendary blade that managed to give Kaido's one and only scar. So not only do we have inherited will, when it comes to the graves themselves, and carrying the souls of the people who had those blades, but then you have inherited will, and the only blade. Now, who, bro, are you telling me that Odin, Kozuki Odin, was the only person, was the individual that gave Kaido that scar? Dog, my guy, I need to see that. Can you imagine Odin, bro? Mid-battle with Kaido. Kaido invades. Odin has the blade, bro. Shusui in hands. Like, dog, see me in hands. Yo, man. You know how nasty that would be? Bro, this flashback is going to be the build-up to this flashback is killing me, bro. The build-up to this Odin flashback is killing me, dog. Oh, can you just imagine? Kaido comes up in dragon form right in front of Odin. Odin has the blade in hand. He just takes it up for a second. Chick, and you have Kaido with a scar, bro. Blood coming down his face. And Kaido's like, yo, I got wounded. What is this? Well, we need to relax. We need to relax, dog. A legendary blade that managed to give Kaido his one and only scar. Is that it in the chapter? Oh my god, bro. What a chapter. What a chapter. Oda has been delivering non-stop greatness for a while now. I mean, like I said, this is... with chapters like this, it just shows me... solidifies my belief that this will end up being my favorite arc in the series. But it's just... it always surprises me how it is that he manages to build up certain things, and then when it hits, you're like, I didn't see it coming. I just didn't see it coming. 2 times. In the very same chapter. He's been going in, man. So many incredible chapters back to back to back to back, bro. Like, we got... relax. Starting off with the flashback, him searching for Hiyori. We go back into the present, where Zoro's searching. We go back to Ohagi Bridge, and we see Kawamatsu and Hiyori having their reunion and funny moments. But we'll get to the story of Shimotsuki Yoshimaru and the fox that he was able to decide, which is Oni Maru, man. And we got to go into the flashback and see what truly went down. I can just imagine how amazing it's going to be in the anime, dog. This chapter was amazing, dude. It really, really was. I loved it. Just connecting the themes of the series in so many different ways. My man Kawamatsu cut a promo of Legend. A promo of Legend, bro. Legend got me in my feels and my tears. For someone like myself who could not protect Lady Hiyori, it is the very least... and it's the very least that I can do. No, the only thing that I can do, dog. Like, man, dude. I love this series so much, bro. The emotional chapters like this are... They just hit home, bro. You're reading a story, bro. Like... Like, I love being so immersed into a story where true emotions come out. So I love the series so much, bro, because it just happens so much. Like, Oda just understands humans. He knows what makes us tick, bro. He knows how to weave a story in a way that'll make us feel emotional. And he's done it so many times in one arc. We are blessed, man. We're truly blessed to be able to live in the same time period as Ichiro Oda's One Piece, bro. So many incredible panels, so many incredible moments, so many incredible revelations. But this final page with Oni Maru, with Yukimaru transforming into Oni Maru, and then with Hiyori revealing the truth about Odin's blade, bro, which was given to her, the famous Blade Enma. Yo, hold on, bro. I'm tripping hard. I'm tripping hard. I'm tripping hard. I'm tripping hard. Yo, I originally thought and read that as the blade that the Shusui. The Shusui is the Blade Enma to them. But no, it is a suitable replacement that belonged to Odin. Now, originally I was like, what? So the Shusui belonged to Odin? But no. Alright, see, this is the good thing about rereading, because the hype gets to you sometimes. So instead, a suitable replacement, which is even more hype. Like, oh, you don't need the Shusui, just get that out of here. Get it out of here. My late father's blade, which was given to me, the famous Blade Enma. It is a legendary blade that managed to give Kaido his one and only scar. The Enma, bro. This man, Odin, had a blade called the Enma, which is a god. So Zoro is gonna have a blade called the Enma, bro, and is gonna take that into battle? My dog is gonna take a blade called Enma into battle? Mother of all flaglords, man. Inherited will, son. Inherited will, inherited will. Phenomenal chapter. Amazing stuff, and I can't wait. I need the next chapter, bro. I need the next chapter. But at the same time, I feel like we could just sit here and I could sit here and reread the chapter again, bro. I loved it so much. I'm a sucker for those kind of stories, and the big revelation there at the end, which is not Shusui, it's Enma. I don't know why it crossed in my head like that. Like, yo, Shusui is not Enma. Enma is a replacement for Shusui. But he's a better replacement, apparently. It's the only thing the only blade that managed to give Kaido his one and only scar. Just imagine, bro. Like, again. Okay, I'm ending the video, but before I end the video, just have this visual in your head. Kaido in his dragon form, in front of Kozuki Castle, in front of the Flower Castle in the Flower Capital, and you have Odin, Enma in hand, like, yo, bro, you have Kaido right in front of him. Now he's just start duking it. I'm out of here, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace, and I'll see you in the comment section. I need. Oh my god, I'm gonna go reread this and. Mother of all flag nards.